Hello and welcome to the third part of the 2016 Deluxe Holiday Sketch Box demonstration video lesson from Smile, Create, Repeat. The other two lessons, or videos, the links are in the description below. And there's, I just broke them up in different parts for this one because they're very distinct different parts using various supplies from the special surprise you just got. So even if you didn't get that, you could still learn something from this if you're just watching this video. So I'm starting with this pencil, the black wing, pretty cool. And I'm starting off, well, you see, I have this turtle, and let's just see, how do I want to hold it? Now let's see if we can I'm just doing some thumbs just to get a feel for how I might want to draw him, or her, I don't know. But I saw this is a picture I took at the New England Aquarium in Boston, Massachusetts, and I thought that, I was looking through pictures and I saw this expression and figured, oh, that'll be a good one. So I'm just loosely, and I'm not doing a real drawing. If you saw one of the other videos, you saw that I did a realistic drawing of the penguins, also at the aquarium. I'm not doing that here. I'm just trying to do a cartoon-ish illustration, stylized. But I'm just practicing, trying to loosen up a little bit just to see how I might want to do this. So that and these are different ways of drawing it. I'm starting out. I don't think this is high enough. I think I need to bring this mouth up higher there. Alright. So I did a couple thumbs just to practice seeing what I'm looking at. So now let's see if we can do this a little bit bigger and then finish it with the brush pen and see what we can do. So I would say that's actually very circular. So that would be about there. And this part is down here. Draw that angle. And if that's the circle, that's over half. And that's way over. Let's say it's about here. And what am I doing? I don't know. So I'm going to just draw. I'm going to draw what I want, but using this as a reference, not as a guide, just as a guide. So maybe I'm going to exaggerate something a little bit more to make it more of a character. Maybe I'll leave it and just see what happens. Because when I first saw this, I was thinking of the turtle from Finding Nemo. Dude, that one. So I kind of have that vision in my head. But this, oh, now I look at this, looks like one of those, oh, there's some Star Wars character that really looks like. And this comes way down, because it's got a long neck. That's down there. And more. Okay, now let's get that. So we got the eye right here. Oh, I bet this is some of the characters are based off of. And then you have this eyelid here, cutting off the bottom of the pupil makes it look like he's looking down at us. Which he is, or she. Okay. And I need to bring that down. That comes up there. And that needs to, that is way too, that's too straight on, so I need to bring it at more of an angle and really angle this. I'm going to use this big eraser. It needs to be angled more. Okay. And now, okay, so I see some details of the texture on the skin. Let's give him a little, like a ridge down the front of his face. And this, we don't see any eyeball there, so I'm going to use that like that. And yeah, there's no point there, so I won't add it. But there is this part, I think that would add, like the lip part there. So we'll see if we add that in there later. And then that's all dark there. It comes down to the neck. And that's a lot of texture down there. We'll see if I add that later. And this really comes down here. Where's that? This part, this meets the side of the head down here. So that original mark was off. Alright. Let's see what we do next. I'm not just going to draw over the lines. I'm not just going to trace the lines. I'm going to draw with the pen using the pencil lines as a guide. Okay. And you press hard to get the dark lines, and this has a really nice, the nylon bristles in this Pentel color brush have can create a really nice fine line. So let's take advantage of that. And what am I doing here? That was way off. Oh, that'll be fine. So now let's just add there. And then that comes back. And I'm not exactly sure how I want to do this, so I'm just going and just figuring it out a little bit. And I don't like to have a consistent line, I like it to vary. So thick, thin, broken. And then there's this down there. So here we go. We got just that little bump there that we added in. It might not actually be there. And here we're going to bring this line down like that to show the curve of the head. But then we're bringing that out there to get that lump from the eye. And now we're going to do a fine line to a fatter, bolder stroke. Like that. And now, and I stopped where the mouth was, because the mouth comes in like this. And then let's do that. And then there's a lot of texture there. And I think that is... I'm not really going to get into what's going on down there. So the face, the mouth here, is we can draw this sharp edge and the shadow. And that mouth comes way past, if you look at the vertical, straight down the eye, it's to the left of it, so straight down the eye, and then it ends up over here. So I messed up, made a mistake on the drawing there. So I'm going to do that, and this line should be over here more too. If I was drawing it exactly like it, I am not. I'm using it as a guide. Maybe that's why I said that. Okay. So then we got these folds. And if you try to follow the contour of the neck, of the form, and that'll add volume to it. So yes, this line really needs to be out there. So that is something that I would have to start again, because that you can't do anything about it. So you need to catch that in the initial stages, but maybe that can just be just a fold of his head of him turning around, you know? So now, just adding, because he's old. So that's what I'm doing with the brush pen. Alright, now I'm just going to use the new line makers, and I'm going to take the 0.3, the middle one, and just add some of these circles in. Just a little easier with this pen to add that in. Maybe just a couple lines here and there. And maybe I do want right, there's some dots there. You don't want to do too many, because it's going to take away from it. So we'll see if I do too many or not. And you can go in and add what you'd like. But I think I need to add a couple down there. Should have been more careful with that one. And I'm just trying to group. I don't want them all spaced out. I'm trying to clump them, group them. so then they can be connected compositionally. Now I'm just going to go in with my white pen and see if I can just add a little bit, because we have some strong light on the top there. So I'm just adding a little bit there, and down his nose, and scribbling-ish or hatching in the shape, following the form, so across it, because he's probably going to have some wrinkles that way, right? So I want to continually develop the form as I go. And I'm going to, and then here along the eyelid, the top of the eyelid would catch a lot of light, and then this top edge there, and then down here Alright, so there you are. I hope you enjoyed that. That was fun, using all these great supplies. You can, of course, again, check out the other two videos. The links are in the description below, and there is still time to subscribe and receive the January surprise. If you go to smilecreaterepeat.com, and if you're hoping to get something before Christmas, when you subscribe, you can order a past surprise or this Deluxe Holiday Sketch Box, and those are shipped out every 2 to 3 days. So if you order it, obviously it has to be a few days before Christmas, but we try to get those out for you. No guarantees, of course, but take a look. Thank you so much, and we hope you have a very Merry Christmas and Happy Holidays.